Hey guys, welcome to the Psy Tai Livestream with your host Ty. Hopefully you're having a wonderful morning, evening, night, midnight, special whatever time it's coming at you. Take this energy now that we all in the same boat. We can start the conversation. And it's Ty, T-A-I, not T-H-I, like the food. Welcome. We are here. It's the morning time, and I'm rolling up some old tree that I found. And I'm in Cali, the Psy Tai podcast. None of this does not promote the use of illegal drugs. This is all for harm reduction, documental purposes only. Do not recreate any of this. And also, I'm in California, where tree is legal. Well, I just found some old, not dusty, but it's reminding me of the tree that Psych Substance. If y'all check out his channel, YouTube channel, he talks a lot about harm reduction and psychedelic substance as well. But he had some legal Canada bud, because now bud is legal in Canada, and it was dry. They charged them $18, $18 for a gram of tree that was similar to this old stuff that I felt. Oh, what's up, Void? Peace. I found some old tree. If it can focus on there, I don't know if it's going to. Try. Nope, it's not going to try. But yeah, they was just as dry as that for $18. But that was a cool video overall, Adam. That was a cool video. Hey guys, yes. Lately, the creative vibe has been pushing. It's been just the only thing that's, like I've been telling y'all, the only thing that's been able to get me through. That I've been wanting to be able to get me through. It's not the only thing, but what I've been wanting to get me through the days. So I've been working very digitally hard on my nursery rhyme books and getting them digitally captured and animated and things like that. I was up real late last night working on some animation for the book. So it's coming out. It is really coming out. It's really gorgeous. Ever since those last two trips and talking it out, say my confession video that I know y'all all saw, that was really a trip. That whole last video was a whole trip. Every video of these is a trip experience. But it was a healing one. It was one of healing and of purging. That's what I want to say. That was a real purge episode, the last one that I made. And that was pretty dope. Well, the one that Ty made, I just got wrapped up in the currents that Ty channel was whipping up. They was whipping. I got some, what is this? Yeah, red plum. It's our fruit, man. But, yeah, I'm gonna start reviewing movies in a different way. I got a movie review coming out. I was watching The Day the Earth Stood Still. I was seeing if I want to watch the 1951 version, because I watched the 2008 version, and if you don't know, it's a classic science fiction film, and I believe it was started from a book, as most science fiction films are. I believe it started from a book, but the whole story was really talking to me, and it's nothing I didn't already know. Like, these art forms are just, it's art. All these movies are art form, and what it was showing me. You saw the new one with I still call the boy Neo. I still call him Neo or the alien, watching The Day the Earth Stood Still. I still don't know his name. And I was taking notes. I'm not going to give too much away. I'm going to save for the video. But we can tie a little bit about it. But Reeves. Keanu Reeves, that's his name. But he was in that movie. And he was the one playing the alien that came down, representing the group of collective worlds, a collective group of worlds that joined a society, like we could say the Galactic Federation, or a Galactic Federation, not the Galactic Federation. And what that entitled was that he was their representative, their ambassador, and he was coming down to Earth to tell them that they messed up. And not even that they just messed up, but that it's kind of too late. And he was just letting them know that you got to join us or your species is going to be wiped out. And that's wild. That's wild for somebody to just come and say, oh, y'all messed up. Y'all species about to get wiped out. But it's not totally wild, because that's a lot about what we sense. And nowadays, that humanity is not controlling himself or herself. Whatever humans are, not controlling ourselves in ways that's beneficial to us and other people without using I said hunger, without using without using anger or anything like that. Because one of the big things that I was wrapping up while watching that show, that movie, was that both sides were wrong. Both, not wrong, but both sides was messed up because the galactic planets, they achieved so-called peace by allowing the AI robots to govern over every activity, so that if a form of aggression is popped up or shown in the person, that person is going to get zapped by that AI robot, and they have permission to use lethal force. So that's how they kept in check. And then the humans, they was trying to keep each other in check with nuclear weapons and drama and things like that. Yeah, really drama. That's how people get in, and stayed in check on Earth. When really the alien wanted to give them this, and the humans like, no, we know we messed up, but this is how we always been. So it's just something totally different that both of them need to connect with, because they was both cold and dry. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second.
It's okay. You can try to make me blow the rest out.
All right. Here. I'll be right back.
Because you always gotta do your show.
Let me just finish. Hey, yep. Thanks, guys, for still tuning in. But I never actually studied direct energy weapons, but I have saw some YouTube videos, and I get the picture of like direct energy weapons being in orbit in space, so that, or something like that, so you can just zap anything on any longitude and latitude on Earth at any moment in time. That's the way to keep people in check. But why this was all tying together for me, too, because those direct energy weapons and things, I believe all that is going to be, in my eyes, going to be all controlled by AI. It's not going to be under the control of people. After a while, one of the cool things about that movie is that the movie came out in 1951. So the book probably came out in the 40s. Yeah, it is. I was about to say that, Void. The book came out in the 40s of this human on Earth having the idea that AI was running galactic civilizations. I believe he already had a hint in some esoteric way, in some feeling way, in some spiritual way, in some wordy, whatever you want to put way. He already had a sense that the AI was here. The AI was here in some shape, form, or fashion. You know, the 40s and the 50s was when America was so-called, and the world was so-called getting up on all this technology as well. If you want to talk about the Roswell case and just all the alien phenomena that was going on around there. There's nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun. This is all most likely technology that we had before civilization got wiped out, if you want to look at it like that too. By whatever, and we like living out in the fifth race right now, the fifth race of humans.
I drive them really fast.
But yeah, that's how that's what I was thinking about when it comes to the day the Earth stood still. I got a lot of other thoughts too. I'm gonna put it together. I'm gonna have some clips for the movie, and I have roll notes on here, but. Yeah, I'm gonna put the movie clips together and talk a tie on. I'm gonna just tie on it and stuff like that. But it was real. It was breaking down a lot of stuff. Because the government was holding the same mentality as Reeves. They was holding the same mentality. That's why they were so scared that the alien was going to wipe everybody out, and why they were so trigger happy. Because like, yo, we know we messed up. We know how civilizations work and stuff like that. Dark City, I never saw Dark City, but I did see a video saying that I need to see it. Talking about, I saw the clip where it was all these people in hoods and robes, and they were looking over a table that was everything that was happening on Earth or something like that. They was able to observe, and that made me think of the crystal ball and things like that. And Bobby Kalindi saying, you could take some grams of mushrooms, probably like the 30-gram range. That's what he was saying at least. And you can look into these crystal balls like John Dee and Edric Casely and all of them actually in the Wicked Witch of the West and actually see some cool things or seeing into the future or what's going on, zoom in on events. I don't know. I never experienced it myself, but it makes nonsense to me. So, and nonsense is closer to truth than sense. Yeah, any sense I ever heard, put it like that. And I never seen Dark City. I want to see Dark City. Hold on. Yeah, John Dee. John Dee is he deals with Enochian magic. But he was actually a real person. Like he was actually an actual physical person that was working under Queen Elizabeth. Like it was a lot of magicians out there, a lot of people dealing with alchemy and things like that. But what made John Dee so special was that he was able to work his way up to being the Queen's like right-hand man, right-hand magician. He was able to look into the future and tell when events was going to happen. Ethiopian, wait, no, Enochian. It's Enochian magic. It's Enochian. And cause Enochian is considered the script that he was writing. That him and Edgar Casey say that the angels, when they was looking to the crystal ball, they said that the angels wrote in a language so that the language, they had their own language, and that language was Enochian, and it has its own script and things like that. But yeah, he was cool. He was a guy. I don't know if he was like extra cool and all, but he was cool. He was the right hand man to the Queen. That's why when it comes to the Queen and England and all of this stuff, and even down to our government, I can't agree with that they don't know that much about what's going on with these substances. I remember watching Hamilton Morris on the Joe Rogan podcast and him saying he know a lot of people in the DA and things like that, and they don't have a clue about these drugs. And he said they don't have a clue. And while she was talking, they don't have a clue. But the Queen of England, not too long ago, still written down in history, had a magician and was using this magician publicly to go about future affairs using his advice. Then they are definitely doing those things now. And to probably manipulate situations if possible. Anything like that. It's wild out here. It's wild. And the secrets is now coming out because now we're becoming the secret. Once you become the secret, you can look around and there's no more secrets. You're like, oh, that's a secret, but I'm that too. So I know what you're doing, or I have a clue what you're doing. I mean, let's get too lost in conspiracies that we know exactly, but we have a clue because we feel the power in us. And we're like, yo, if I feel this power in me, somebody in this position had to exist. And we look out and those people did exist, but they existed in secrecy. Secrecy, a lot of secrecy. Doing a lot of things behind closed door. And most of the time, they stay behind closed door because they dealing with the money. They like, oh, we getting rich off of this. We getting super duper duper rich off of this. These people don't know nothing. They don't even know that they ain't people. And it's still going on. It's still going on. I think that's how these commercials, like now it's run by media. The America and the countries and things run by media. So what we see in the media and in commercials and things like that. And that's why these commercials be so trippy. Be so trippy. They talk to a certain part of your mind, your subconscious mind. People do go to college for it. My aunt did go to college for advertisement. But I think as well, when you have that psychedelic experience and that mindset and you making commercials, you know what's entertaining. and to the point that it's going to enter somebody's brain and tame it without them, with them just calling it entertainment. And they like, oh, give me my money. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Where's the next commercial? Where's the next commercial? And I can see commercials being, if it was for like an awesome product or something that's beneficial, but for the products like the big pharma companies, when they start mouthing off a bunch of things real fast, could give you diarrhea, loss of breath, heart attack, rise in blood pressure. It's way more. It's way more than persuasion. It is a persuasion. It's a mass persuasion. It is all of that. It is all of that. And yeah, that's how it. That's how it is, guys. That's how it is. That's why I just like to stay. Then just I keep turning commercials off. Even sometimes I don't watch cable TV, so I only run across YouTube commercials. But turn the volume down. Just turn the volume down. Look away. Start having a conversation with the person next to you on a commercial. It's a commercial break. Like forget the commercial and just take a break from the TV. Just literally take a break. It will save you from what the artist of that cartoon probably didn't want to have to go through. Because me as an artist, if I was an artist making cartoons and then I wanted my show to be on Cartoon Network, but it had to be filled with ads about sugar and candy and all these other destructive things that are to kids. It's like they really taken that risk. That's like, oh man, American Gods come on tonight. I didn't watch that show. I didn't watch it. I thought it would be a cool show though. I saw it on I think it's a Netflix show. I think it's a Netflix show. But they probably saying the same thing that I'm saying. The same thing, just acting it out and putting it to some drama stories so that they can make some money and really get to people's minds, get to a lot of people's minds. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check out that show, American Gods. So that's all of this is actually happening, guys. And the more we know, the more we grow. And I'm not talking about the more facts and things like that, but the more internal truths that we encounter. That's what it is. The more internal truths that we encounter, the better off our experiences are going to be. And what I mean by better is not all happy, smiley, field and daisies, but actually transformational experiences that when you wake up the next day, you're like, whew, I'm glad I went through that, or whew, it happened yesterday. I feel like a new person, or not even thinking about yesterday, just keep on going. And then a couple days later, think about the stuff like, whoa, wow, what was happening that day that was stopping me from feeling like how I'm doing now. The voice said, know thyself. Yeah, know thyself and know the universe. That was written on all the chapels everywhere back in the ancient Greece days, all of that, because they knew. They knew. They knew for most of them knew for the most part. I think the Greeks and the Egyptians, for the most part, their society was being ran just like it is today. Yet the people still on the top taking advantage of people that didn't have that much knowledge of what was going on. Y'all know about that. That's why the Greeks and stuff were still feeding people to the lions. But I think the lower people though, well, I mean not lower people, the citizens, and not because they still had pharaohs. Like the pharaohs were worshipped as gods, even though it probably was going around. That's what I'm gonna say. Nowadays, the class that's not the royal class or the 1%, they don't have that much knowledge of what goes on in themselves, of what the world actually is. I believe the people back then, the base people, were still, their base level of consciousness, so to speak, like the base level, was a lot higher than ours. Like we dropped and we had to get back up to just the base level of what the average citizen was. But I believe that the people that were on tippity top, they actually knew a lot. They knew a whole lot. I don't know about the Greeks, probably too, because I was thinking about Plato, but he wasn't a Caesar or anything. I'm trying to think. They didn't excommunicate him or anything like the Catholics did Galileo. I don't think they did. I don't know, but I don't think they did. But yeah, the people knew a lot more back then, but was still being in some shape or form manipulated. And that's how we see now still, because people still are people. I see that, or else we would have never been wiped up and had to start all over again in some form of respect. But that's just Ty, just Ty, just Ty. Just think about the things that Ty is saying right now. Just Ty. But yeah, guys, it's an awesome day. It's what day is it? March 10th. March 10th. And I'm gonna get that movie together. Like I said, the book and the Tussle Tula Base. The Tussle Tula Bay is coming. That's the name of the main character and everything. It's got some art projects going on, but the book is all. It just was so dope how it was all coming together, and it seemed. And I know it not seems as though these psychedelic journeys I see prepare yourself to work out of your creative aspect, because I see it as the blending of your when you working and get some integration in and things like that. In my life, I'm seeing now at this point I'm at, my energies are all blended. What I mean, my right, left brain, my male, masculine, all of that, the void, the peace, the hate and the love. It's all just like we're all the same right now. We're just going to all just exist and do what we do. Don't try to separate us that much. That's kind of the point I'm at. So now it's like that's the only way I can act in. So things like this, these paintings like this has my emotion and it has my patience. It has it has my patience in it. It has what the heck? My spontaneity in it, because I was just going whatever, moving whatever in it. It has my anger in it, because I was just like well, anger, I see it's passion. It has my passion in it. My passion, just everything, just all in one. It's just everything I was mentioning. Everything is mentioned. I don't have a spiel right now, but just normal. That's just the way it is. And I see when you gotta be prepared for these things by just finding something that you love to do. Even before you embark on your first psychedelic journey. But once you do, just find your avenue. Find your avenue. Digital media. I find a lot of people are into digital media and just photoshopping weird images and it's art. I'm finding it on Instagram, and this is what's satisfying. This is what they're proposing to. This is a good purpose for them right now. This is what they're proposing to in this life in order to sustain the astral travel, as Flight Ball says in that sentence. I like how he puts that. In order to sustain their astral travel, you gotta propose to something. And right now, we could propose to a whole lot of things, but the deeper you go, it seems as though that's my guy. That's my guy. Even though I'm gonna talk about this right now, just cause it's in my head, and I'm telling you, and Flight Balls, if somebody shared this video with you, I'm not lying. Like, you so much my guy that I got you on the. Look, guys, it's been a confusing turning point in my life. Once I was watching one of his live streams, and he said psychedelics cause brain damage. He said that was the first thought that came to. He said brain damage, and I was like, no. Don't you know weed is a psychedelic? And he was saying weed is the only thing he would really mess with, because you never saw anybody freak out from smoking weed. Like, you could smoke weed after a relationship. I mean, a breakup, or what he said, an argument or something going bad, and it'll calm yourself down, put you back in like a settled mood and things like that. And then he compared psychedelics, he said, to breaking your brain and things like that. And he said he compared it to crack. He compared it to crack and said that he's seen people do crack before and get a and have church. And a lot of the things that I was hearing him say is just things that I just hear somebody that hasn't had their own psychedelic experience would say. That's just all it is, because it's things that I will hear my mom say. or heard my mom say, or people around me say. Too much water isn't good. Now, if you drink too much water, you can drown yourself. You can die from drinking too much water. But still, the lives that psychedelics, the way that psychedelics are changing lives cannot be misunderstood as just causing people's brain to bleed and causing brain damage. It can't be settled. It can't be settled in that, because even our sciences is saying how. And what I mean by sciences is the people that went out to do the college thing and all of the practices and things. They're seeing how it promotes growth in the hippocampus, which is in the hippocampus. Yeah, don't overdo is what I'm saying. Yeah, of course, of course. That's why I'm a big proponent of microdosing. And I would have been way far out if I would have never watched Psych Substance and was into harm reduction and things like that, because I wasn't in a as good a place as I thought I was now looking back. If I would have just expanded on it, but I was around somebody, and I want her to tell her story. But she's in Philadelphia right now. That was actually like her first day. I was with her, took a tab, and I was with her that whole night. It was all cool walking around and things outside. But then when I left her and I thought she was cool, she took another tab and then another tab and was going for like a good 4 days talking about 1, 2, 1, 1. Yes, the ones and the twos, Steph. We gotta stick to the one, and then just talk about numbers for like a good 2 days. So yeah, I understand what you mean, boy. but but yeah, our experience with these, and I believe just experience with this, just opens us up past whatever state of ego that we're in that moment. In that moment. And I see this for myself. Because I built myself up, and then when I go on a psychedelic journey, I have built myself up mentally, but it came up with some other stuff that tried to come alongside with it. And it's like, no, this is just me coming up there. No, stay down there, stay down there. Stay down there. And that's why I have this channel to not stop, but help the stigmatism on psychedelics stop. Because it was all these cool things going on just for therapeutic values, not even just for blasting off and seeing entities and everything, and blasting off and traveling and seeing multidimensional realms and experiencing life from a view from that huger perspective. But just on a simple level, people being able to deal with their problems one-on-one with themselves is something very fascinating to me. Do you meditate or fast before tripping? Yeah, I meditate practically. I meditate all day, not all day, but every day. That's a thing. But fast, yeah, I need to. Fasting is very cool for me because I like to throw up. I like to throw up on mushrooms. They don't do too good in my stomach. So it's like it's a mental thing for me to fast, and also a physical thing of like, yeah, fast. You need to not eat that much today if you want to do this journey. But then that's what be tripping me out, because then I'll be eating, and then that'd be the day that I actually want to trip out. And then the day that I don't eat, I'll be like, I'm actually cool right now. Actually cool today. So fasting in and of itself is something cool. The longest fast I ever did, I think, was 12 or 13 days before I was into psychedelics. And I think it's what led me to psychedelics. Because around these times, I was having a lot of thoughts that it was something that was going to take me to the next step. And then that's when I ran across plant medicines and things. But I wanted to fast for 12 days. And I used to go on the roof. It had 3 stories at my friend's house, and it would look over the city and things. Check out the previous, like the old Just Time mini-sodes, and you'll see that I was on a roof looking over the city of Philadelphia. I used to meditate on that roof, and I wanted to see what the fasting was going to bring about, the changing things, and I was just clearing things out. I can't remember the benefits really right now, because blended in with a whole bunch of other things. But it was, I didn't say, hey, I should have never did any of that. I liked it. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. And the download, you do get downloads a lot easier. I can say that. The downloads come a lot easier, and they stick a lot easier because I see you focusing harder on that. You focusing more on, I want the incoming message. I want the incoming message. Because your body is doing a lot of things every time you eat something. You don't just eat something and just poop out. It's doing something. It's converting your bloodstream, the sugars, the amino acids. Everything is breaking down, getting spread apart. So the body's saying, oh, I don't want this part, and clumping it all together and pushing it. Like, it's wild. It's wild in there. And they all have their own range of emotions that depending on how you treating them and what they're doing, that's how your emotional level is going to be. Your gut and your liver and things. That's why when you feel guilty and things, you feel it like in your stomach sometimes, or when you feel as though your will is not that big, or you feel kind of shy or nervous, you feel that in your yellow chakra, which is your stomach chakra, the fire, your will, the will to go. You keep that fire burning, and you got it. But that's where it is. This all deals with your organs. It's not just some imaginary space. It is that so-called space of the spinning wheel, the actual yellow spinning wheel, but it takes place in our actual organs, and that's where our emotional centers are. All right, I'm about to hook you up with some breakfast. All right. So yeah, guys, yeah, boy, that's what was on my mind right now. And sometimes microdosing though, just for the record book, sometimes microdosing psilocybin mushrooms will have you fasting, or like have you doing what I hear when I listen to other people when they put words and terms and stuff to it. They say intermediate fasting and things, like they say they don't eat after 8 o'clock, or they don't eat in the morning time and then they eat in the afternoon or something like that. Sometimes I'll just have a piece of fruit or something like that. But it just be having me in that natural flow, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to eat too much, or oh, it just don't. It's not even the feeling of me having to fight it. It's just the natural flow of things, the natural flow of me, not of everything. Just how I be going. Just how I be going. A little gorge I made a while ago, a little maraca. Gonna make one, just stick some holes in it like we did when we was in school. Let it dry out. And got a natural instrument. One more cool thing to show off real fast is this hawk feather that I found. I keep near me. It's really light, and it's actually hollow at the tip. You can see through it. You can see through it. And I have a couple blue jay feathers, but yeah, I like to collect feathers and make musical gorges and instruments and things like that. But yeah, guys, hey, say hey real fast. Hey guys, I'ma go. I'll catch y'all back in a bit. I'm gonna get working on the book and also on the day the earth stood still. I took some notes on the phone. Some good thing to do that I said to myself when I watch phones is that I said when I watch phone movies, there's the vocal commands on here. Just say something real fast, because I like to be stoned. I like to be in other worlds when I'm watching movies. So this just helped me keep track. So I'm gonna get some detailed information on that movie out for y'all. Till next time, like this video, please. Subscribe, share with your friends so we can help break the stigmatism on psychedelics. And also just to share the conversation, start the conversation so that more and more people can start thinking outside of their comfortable box. So let's make people a little uncomfortable sometimes. Let's shake some stuff up. And I'm going to say, guys, we all tired. I put in my hair. We all tired. But do we really tie? Sometimes I don't know, dude. Sometimes I really don't know. Till next time.